Hey, what's cooking, Jay?
Welcome back to Gunther's Kitchen. Today we're making this beautiful rye bread. 100% sourdough, very good for you. So stay with us and check out the recipe. What you need is, and I make it sort of like a farmer style, white spelt. I've got organic white spelt and I've got organic wholemeal flour, spelt, both of them. Just buy it at the supermarket. That's what we're going to use. I'm adding some sesame seeds and some bread spice. Also, you need a sourdough, an active sourdough starter. So I have put this on last night. That's been sitting in the oven overnight with the light on. Now, if you've got one of the more modern ovens, the light on won't work because they have LEDs and they are not heating up. But if you have got one of the older ovens, the light in there is perfect. So as you can see all the bubbles. It's really active. It's just beautiful. So that's what you need as well. And let's start. So we have got our wholemeal flour. So the measurements, as always, are in the descriptions. So we need that. And then I've got my kettle. And we need adding hot water. I've got 50 ml. I need 100 mils of hot water to the 50 gram of flour. Okay? And then we just use a whisk. And then we're mixing it up to a paste. And this is as quick as it gets. As you see, very easy, very quick. We cover it with cling film, just press it onto there, and this goes into the fridge for a couple of hours until it's nice and cold. Okay, so we have added our water, our warm water, and we only added 90% of the water. I left some water in there because it depends if your flour is strong and it absorbs a lot of water or not. So you can always add more water at the end. I added my sourdough starter and my pre-soak of the wholemeal flour, a wholemeal spelt flour. Yeah, I won't add the salt or I won't add the spice and the sesame seeds. We add that at the end. So now I only got the flour mix in there. Now we let it run on low speed for 2 to 3 minutes. And then we add the salt. Just let it run on low speed. Now everything has incorporated. Now it's time to add the salt. We're adding our salt. We're adding our bread spice. And we're adding our sesame seeds. I'm adding the rest of our water. Very good. Okay, so now we put it down, and we can turn the machine up. Oh, you can smell the bread spice. Now we're only going to let it run for another 3 minutes, and then we take it out and put it back in our bowl. Okay, so 3 minutes up, let's take it out. As you can see, it's a very nice compact dough. A tiny bit sticky, but that's good. A little bit flour around the side, a little bit flour in the bowl. We take our dough scraper and we put our dough into the bowl. Now the important part now is the dough is warmish. Yeah? Please make sure the dough stays at this temperature. So if you've got a warm environment, like if it's summer or you've got a well-heated room, it's fine, you can leave it on the bench. If not, put it back in the oven with the light on. Yeah? Because now you need to let it rest for half an hour. And then we do stretch and fold. The most important thing about bread making is to keep the temperature up. If the temperature drops, your yeast will not develop. And then you're going to get a flat bread. Yeah? Just please make sure your temperature is consistent. So now we just put it in the oven and we let it rest for half an hour. We put a tea towel on top and in the oven. It's time to do the stretch and fold. Again, wet hand, up, done, done. Okay, and that's it. And one more in half an hour. Okay, so now the last stretch and fold before we shape it. Well, really, we stretch and fold this one. And then we let it sit for 1 hour, bulk fermentation. And then we'll shape it and put it in the fridge overnight. So that's it. Just remember, it always has to stay in a warm place. Okay, so now it's time to shape the bread and put it in our basket. So it's nicely risen. So we put some Sourdough Spelt flour down. And I always use rye flour for my basket. I've got really good experience with that, so I had never ever had a problem. But then, that's always the first time, I suppose. So put that in there, and then we take a little bit of flour on the outside, and we take the dough out. Done. So now, what we're going to do is we do the same as everyone else does. So basically, I turn it into a rectangle, make sure the inside is nice and free of flour. Then you fold it over, and fold it over again. And then you can do it from the other side, it's better to see. You just roll it up. Roll it up and try, when you roll it up, to get a bit of firmness into it, and then you just fold this over. You fold this over, stick it together at the end, and we get rid of the flour. And I use the scraper, and we try to get some more tension into the top. So get rid of this. And I also, if you see this, I will have this down the bottom, because I like when we turn it out, then the bread all cracks open. I like that look. All right, so now that's what we're going to do, and we're putting it into our basket. We're dusting it with flour, and off it goes in the fridge for the next 12 hours. And tomorrow morning, or tomorrow just before lunchtime, we're going to bake it. Okay, so the bread has risen overnight in the fridge. It's nice and cold. So now we're going to put it in the oven. We've got our silicone mat. That's where we put it on. But first, let's get the pot out. Pot is hot. Oven is on 230. Whew, it's hot. This ready, and then I'm gonna just turn this out. I just want to be quick so the dough doesn't spread too much, and then we just give it a quick cut. It's already opening anyway because it's got I put it upside down in there. Let's put it in here. Then I'm going to spray it liberally with water, because I want us to have sesame seeds on top. Okay? And then I just take a handful of sesame seeds and we just dust the top. And the water makes it stick to it. Yeah? So now I'm going to put the lid back on. Just be careful not to burn yourself. The lid is securely on. Now we're putting it in. "25 minutes, and then we take the lid off." Okay, so the 25 minutes are up. Let's take the lid off. And put it back in. And we turn it on to 200 for another 25 minutes. Okay, so the time is up. Let's take it out. Wow. Nice and hot. Then the oven off. And be careful when you take it out. The silicone is hot. And oops. Let's do it like this and pick it up in my hands. And now we let it cool down. And when it's cold, we cut it in half. Okay, so the bread has cooled down. So now let's cut it and see what it's like inside. Oh, yeah, nice. It smells, wow. It's really like a farmer style spelt bread. You can smell all the spices. It's got a really beautiful crust. Moist, very moist on the inside. It's reasonably dense bread. Reminds me very much of a European bread. Beautiful. So as always, like, subscribe, follow us, and keep the bell on for notification. Every Tuesday, every Monday, TikTok, every Wednesday, cooking, and every Saturday, baking. Okay, see you soon. Gunther's Kitchen. Bye for now.